Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my survival series. We are here by the sorting system, and recently I've begun feeling more of the lag from this thing. There's a lot of redstone updates, and I think mostly it's just the hoppers. And I said that putting blocks on top of the hoppers helped to reduce lag. That was wrong. Apparently you need furnaces. So I started crafting some furnaces, and I actually ran out of cobblestone pretty quickly because now we're mining with Silk Touch. And so I went ahead and mined some more cobblestone and finished placing furnaces over all of these hoppers. So that helped cut down on the lag a little bit. I've also been using the tree farm and playing with that. Looks like all the leaves are gone, so now I need to replant it. But I've been using this, it's still working fine. I've sorted out the chest, there's saplings at the top, apples, leftover logs, and leaves at the bottom in case I accidentally hit the leaves with my Silk Touch axe. Since we also got the carrot farm going, I went ahead and made one of these carrots on a stick to get a pig, so that I could ride it, put a saddle on it and ride it. And I did. I put a saddle on it. I found one over there and saddled it and rode it all the way back over here into the animal pen. But something very unfortunate happened while I was fish farming. All my animals are now gone. My dog, my horse, and my pig. And so I think what happened is that there was a lightning strike during one of the thunderstorms while I was fish farming. And I'll put a couple screenshots on your screen now. And I figured that was what happened because my pig was actually turned into a zombie pigman, which is now despawned. And there was a death message for the wolf in my chat. Wolf went up in flames. Just a little unfortunate. But I did get to level 88, and I got a bunch of fishing loot. And that includes about 4 double chests of saddles, about 6 double chests of enchanted books, and some other stuff. Like I've got the lily pads in here, and a bunch of name tags in here. So I've been sorting through all the fishing loot. I'm still getting rid of all the enchanted fishing rods, and because I don't need them. And I'm actually keeping the bows, and I'm crafting them together and making them into dispensers. The ones with good enchantments I've actually been crafting together. So I have some infinity bows and some mending ones. I'm going to go ahead and repair these soon. So that's what I've been doing with the really good enchanted bows. The rest I've been crafting into these dispensers, which I'm going to use in another project later. You'll see what that is. And then I'm putting all the enchanted books in our enchanting room there. I think that's about everything. So I've been sorting through that. I'm trying to get to level 100. I'll probably do some more AFKing before I finish recording the episode, and we'll probably get there. So another thing that you probably noticed was I've added some wood onto the front of the sorting system. And I have this staircase here so we can walk up instead of, like, I had like a couple blocks of grass here that I was jumping on before. Now we have a staircase. And the wood is just to try and kind of like tie this into the rest of the area, because there's a lot of wooden buildings around here, and the sorting system was built out of stone and these gray materials, so I wanted some wood textures in there. And I'm pretty sure that this was in, that I had this in the last episode, but I built a little snow farm. I've done some farming snow here. I have a double chest of snow. And so yeah, I'm probably going to be using that as a building material for something. I'm not sure what yet. I like it because it's got a pretty clean white texture, like quartz, except much less expensive. I think I've talked about that before. And I made the snow golem with some pumpkins that I found. Over. Can't get past this. That I found over there a couple episodes ago. This is going to get moved down, by the way. I'm going to move it underground because it's a bit of an eyesore, and it's also kind of like blocking off this area. You can't like see anything over here because this is in your way. The sun's setting now, so it's a good time to talk to you about these torches all over here. These are temporary. I put these in, I guess, before last episode. I just wanted to light this up so that after I come out of the fish farm, I don't get exploded by a creeper. So I lit up the area. These are temporary. I'm probably eventually going to put like leaves with torches or glowstone underneath them. But for now I'm using these. So, I am in a snow biome. I have some dispensers, some diamond boots, and a bunch of buckets in my hotbar. You probably have some idea of what I'm about to do. If not, I am going to be building an ice farm. Now, I was thinking I don't have enough dispensers to make an ice farm, because normally you'd have a row on either side, and then they'd fill in water source blocks, and this wouldn't make a very big one. But then I remembered that when you run over a water stream with Frostwalker boots, it will turn the water stream into water source blocks, which can then be frozen, because we're in the snow biome, and then we can mine those. So basically what'll happen is, it'll put out some streams of water, we'll run over them with Frostwalker, they'll freeze into the frosted ice, then melt into water source blocks, and then freeze again into actual normal ice, and that way we can mine all the ice with Silk Touch. So I've started clearing an area out. We're going to be building it right here. So we're going to have our dispensers, and they're going to be placed every other block like this. And so it's going to be a pretty wide area. And I don't know yet if we're going to be putting anything under the water. But I'm going to go ahead and get some spruce that we can at least use for the sides. Alright, the dispensers are now in place. I've got an infinite water source over here. We have 2 buckets of water now, so we need 6 more. That should do it. So we're gonna go ahead and put one of these in each dispenser. And I probably should have brought some redstone. I'll get that in a minute. Alright, so now what we are going to do is, I guess I'm going to go get the redstone, and then we'll power these to see how far the water goes out. And then we're going to build another layer below it, so the water keeps spreading onward. And then we can freeze it all. Alright, I got the redstone. We barely have any left. Gonna go ahead and run it along the middle here. And we can go ahead and activate this now. So there's the middle block. And there we go. That's how far the water will go. And so this will come out to here. And then we can go ahead and get rid of the blocks underneath, like this, so it'll keep flowing forward. Alright, there's our water. So now if we put on our Frostwalker boots and start walking around... Oh, that's not good. Looks like they're not converting these, water stream blocks into ice. Well then. Looks like I made a mistake. I think what happened is they did that before, but I'm actually on 1.12 right now, so I guess that's been changed. Or it might have been changed before that, I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and craft some of those bows from the fishing farm into dispensers, and then I'm gonna make 8 more dispensers, and that'll actually be big enough. What we can do is have 8 on this side, and then they'll fill in the whole area with water source blocks, and those will freeze. Alright, I have made 8 more dispensers and gotten some redstone, and so now we're going to modify this so that we can use it even without needing to be able to freeze the streams of water with Frostwalker. So we're going to start by placing more dispensers along here. I think actually this row of blocks is going to need to be moved back a little. Over like this. And then get rid of these. And so what we're going to do is have the dispensers on this side like every other block. Kind of like this. And that way, when these flow together, they'll even fill in the corner with a water source block. I don't think having blocks above them should prevent them from freezing, but I'm not sure, so I'll get rid of some of these leaves. And so we'll have one every other block. I made some more spruce planks so we can go around, because this time we're going to need to go all the way around. And then here there's no more, so we'll just start the row of blocks here. And then it'll go back here. And we'll come over to here, and that should be fine. And then that also means I need to fill this area back in with grass blocks. Alright, so all the dispensers are done, with one piece of redstone left. I'm going to get rid of some of this extra ice, and then we're going to go ahead and give it a test run. So we're going to hit the button. Oh yeah, I forgot that I didn't put water in all of these. Hang on. Alright, now let's give it a test run. So it fills up with water source blocks. These didn't fire for some reason. Oh, there wasn't enough signal strength. The button needs to be moved over here. We need to activate... Which ones is it? We need to activate these first. And then we need to take our button and put it back over here. Then connect this, and now we should be ready. Yep, now the whole thing's filled up. But looks like it's going to work next time, so I'm going to let this all freeze and then mine it. And then what's going to happen is all these will power at once, and it'll all fill up with water source blocks like this. But I'm going to let this freeze, and I'm going to mine it, and then we'll try it again. Alright, I finished freezing the ice. This is actually plenty big. It's 16 by 16, which is 256 blocks of ice, which is also 4 stacks. I guess I was just worried that, like, if I only used 8, it would be kind of small, because it would be a quarter of this size, 4 by 4 instead of 8 by 8 instead of 16 by 16. So it'd be like out to here, like this area right here. But yeah, I think this should be plenty big. I actually cheated with like the last 5 or 6 blocks. I just filled them in because I have some ice from the test run. So now we can go ahead and mine all this. It took about half an hour, I guess, for all the ice to freeze over. We can go ahead and mine it with our Silk Touch pickaxe. And there we go. 4 stacks of ice, plus the 8 that we had before. And so now we can use this for whatever we want. For most like redstone things, I'd rather use packed ice because it can't melt. But I don't know if I have any packed ice biomes near here, or ice spikes, I should say, that have spikes of packed ice. But this is pretty good because now we have all the normal ice that we need. And so what I'm gonna do is hit the button. That's not good. That's really bad. I guess we didn't refill these. I guess we didn't refill these before it froze. I guess I forgot. Well, I'm going to go ahead and fill these back up, and then we'll run it again, and just to watch the water fill in. Alright, these now have water buckets in them, so we're going to hit the button. And all the water is going to flow over and fill all this up. And sometimes one could freeze and mess that up, but we can always just come and break it. I don't think normally it'll freeze like that before it even has a chance to spread. So, looks like our ice farm is done. And there, I think I'm going to wrap up our episode. This episode is significantly shorter than the last one. I think it's going to be about 20 minutes. Like I said before, I am trying to cut down on the length, because most people don't want to watch a 36-minute episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.